beauty, and wealth don't suddenly turn us into mythical creatures. The prettiest face and the deepest pockets are completely useless if our personality makes people want to run for the hills. Saying that, we often meet genuine people who, on the surface, appear to have nothing to offer. But boy, don't they prove us wrong when they start to talk, show us a winning smile, or simply blow us away with their charm, eloquence, and authenticity. If you want to know the secret of these charismatic characters, here are 9 surprising facts that recent psychological studies have brought to light. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the bell for notifications, and get excited for new videos uploaded every day. Number 1. The best smile is a smile. We can't emphasize the power of a genuine smile enough. It's a beautiful thing, highly contagious, and it's the quickest way for 2 strangers to make a connection. Considering the hundreds of faces we see day in and day out, it soon becomes clear why a smile can be so uplifting for us. It's just so effective. We can so easily brighten someone's day, and ours along with it. Perhaps not every smile will be received the way we'd like, but most of them come right back at us, and that's the amazing moment, making a complete stranger smile. It costs us absolutely nothing, but is 100% worth it. You never know. A smile that truly comes from the heart might be the highlight of their day. Number 2, integrity is a priority. It's actually good old values like loyalty and a firm handshake that makes a person seem attractive or not. Someone who proves themselves to be untrustworthy, constantly changing their allegiances, will never have us under their spell. That sort of behavior reeks of cold calculation. Tactical maneuvers like this automatically cast people in a bad light. It doesn't show the best of them. Number 3, they keep it real. People who don't pretend to be someone else will score more points with the people around them. A lot of people are still under the false impression that they can pretend in front of others. But only very few people actually fall for their act, so it ends up being obvious that they're trying to dupe everyone around them. People who know their good and their bad qualities, can admit when they're wrong, and let others know once in a while that they know they're far from perfect, will be much more likable in no time. Nobody likes a liar, a fake, or a con artist, and this applies to how attractive we find them as well. Number 4, they respect other people's opinions. There are as many opinions in the world as there are people. This sheer number makes it absolutely pointless to argue about our views. Those who let others have their say and finish their sentence in peace show respect by talking to them as equals. Those who always have to be in the right, even if the facts clearly indicate otherwise, are an obvious red flag at any social occasion. We avoid the kinds of people who constantly think they know better and preach their truth as the only truth like the plague. They actually repel people rather than attract them. Number 5, it's okay if not everyone likes them. Being confident in your opinions and where you stand is the basis of adult life. On the other end of the spectrum, those who are always looking for applause, trying to be everybody's favorite person no matter the cost, will find themselves rather lonely in the end. Spineless people who just go with the flow and agree with every opinion they encounter seem unreliable. They also exude an air of desperation, as they are quite clearly willing to do anything to maintain their social standing. Number 6, they put people first. In a time when bureaucracy reigns and rules and regulations are confusing and difficult to understand, where all that seems to matter are profit margins and the bottom line, genuine philanthropists are a refreshing exception to the rule. Asking a simple, "How are you doing?" hardly ever crosses anyone's mind, never mind leaves their lips. But these simple interactions can be the difference between night and day when it comes to how we come across to others. Addressing others by their names also ensures that they feel immediately valued and respected. And this isn't a nasty manipulation technique. It's the basics of a polite and caring conversation. When you put people first, it can only bring good things. Number 7. Small talk is good, but deep conversations are better. Sometimes the situation arises where we have to quickly spark a conversation with strangers. Either we're stuck at a table with them, or we have to pass the time until the actual structured activity begins. These kinds of moments call for small talk. It's just not the time or the place to talk about private, heartfelt matters with complete strangers. But there comes a point where you've said all you can say about the weather or the traffic. Anyone who can drive conversation forwards and give people a nudge towards more meaningful content and away from trivialities will be gratefully received. We like people who have something to say, just as much as we like those who can listen well and seem genuinely interested in our concerns. This will also show authenticity and that you are above your own ego. Number 8, they treat others how they expect to be treated. Perhaps you've heard the golden rule of interacting with others. It says, always treat others how you yourself wish to be treated. This rule is great and all, but it can still be beaten. The platinum rule, as it were, is treat others as they would like to be treated. If you are attentive and observant, you'll soon be able to learn exactly what others need. Some people need lots of praise and compliments, while this would make others feel like they were being made fun of. There are people who want to be needed, and some that prefer to be left alone. Anyone who can work out what makes other people tick and be accommodating of their needs will be instantly popular. Number 9, respect is important to them. The success or failure of every relationship is based on respect, whether it's professional or personal. The irresistible people among us would never commit the cardinal sin of treating people differently because they have a different cultural or social background to them. Today's conclusion: ravishing, captivating, attractive, and alluring. Have you ever noticed that all of these synonyms for an enchanting, irresistible person are centered around the fact that we are drawn in by them and cannot escape from their spell? All these words essentially mean that these people are like a magnet. Even the most calloused among us will find it hard not to succumb to their magic. At the same time, it's difficult to find anything to truly criticize. People that respect others, stay true to themselves, and feel no need to manipulate their environment or use others for their own gain automatically have a head start in the popularity competition. Values such as respect, honesty, integrity, and mutual appreciation are what count in the end. Attractiveness is not a question of appearance, but a question of character. That's all for today. Thank you, and see you soon.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.